All right.
Man, fuck them niggas.
And we're live.
For my niggas, boy. Them other niggas, hunt them down. For my niggas, boy. Fuck them other niggas,
Yeah.
nigga. For my niggas, boy.
It's
Die
been
for
a
my
long
niggas.
time
Fuck
coming.
them other niggas, nigga.
Yo, man.
Other niggas,
Listen,
for my niggas, boy.
season two is finally here. Season two is finally here. I'm here with my guy, aka Key Productions. Some people call him Key, some people call him Breezo. I call him Key. It's been my guy. It's been my longtime friend for a minute now, a little over a decade. We're just gonna go ahead and hop straight to it. You guys already know the vibes. It's your host Xavier Mitchell here with at Talk with X podcast. Again, Talk with X. Instagram is X underscore Uchia. That is X underscore UCHIHA. All right.
Mhm.
So you guys already know the vibes. Football, basketball, and then we get into the real life world, right? So, Key, talk to me about football, man. What's been going on in this world? What's been some moves, some draft picks, you know what I'm saying, some off-season moves that's like caught your eye a little bit.
Um, so let's start off with K9 from the Seahawks
Mhm.
going over to KC.
Yeah.
I feel like despite his injury history, because everybody know he be having, you know, he had a quite bit of injuries last season that had him in and out.
Mhm.
But overall, he fought through it in the end for KC. I mean, not KC, but Seahawks. So I feel like he'll be even better in KC. Um,
Mhm.
Leaving a winning team to another team that is known for winning, you know, it's like the energy is still there, the drive's still there. So I feel like that's a big move. Um, what else? Some of the drives. Um, Caleb Downs
Mhm.
over there in Dallas,
Mhm. Mhm.
he putting in work.
Mhm.
Hopefully, he changed the scene, on the defensive side for the Cowboys. Um, Really, that offense ain't really been a problem. The biggest problem, I would say, because I mean, you got PP, you got CD Lamb, you know what I'm saying, and Javante Williams back crazy like at running back. So the offense wasn't really the biggest problem. It was the defense.
Get a little closer to your mic.
Um,
There
it was the defense. So now, young humble DB coming in, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Wait, he's a DB or a safety?
Downs.
Yeah,
Safety, I
I think it's
believe.
safety. Yeah, I think it's safety. But if that's the case, it's definitely a plus because the secondary was
Diggs, right? Because Diggs is the he's the safety. Because Diggs is the cornerback over there.
right. So that's definitely a plus for Dallas on the defensive end because
Yep.
the secondary was just getting dealt with. That was one of their biggest downfalls when it came to defense because I mean, before the whole Michael Parsons trade, we had Michael Parsons coming off the line, you know, giving a sort of a rush. So, it was always the secondary.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
those like two of the biggest moves that I seen that really was like, oh, okay.
So Travis Hunter is getting a lot of, I'm not gonna say pushback, but he's getting a lot of doubt. Um, Being that he is still trying to play both ends at the highest level, even after his season and the injury. Do you feel as if Travis Hunter needs to dial back, or do you feel like he still needs to push forward with his goals and being probably the first person ever to pretty much be full time on both offense and defense?
Um, Honestly, coming from a program with Deion Sanders leading you, dialing back, backing down, however you want to say it, is just not an option. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take on the media. He gonna take on whatever critics that feel like, oh, he's not enough. You're not gonna be able to do this. Like this ain't college, this ain't high school. You know, he gonna take on that challenge. He gonna continue to work, and he definitely gonna try it before it becomes a thing where like, oh yeah, just telling yourself I can't do this is just not an option for them boys.
Yeah.
All them boys that came from Colorado, Jackson, you know, that made it to the NFL these past handful of years, backing down, quitting, all that coming from under Dion, just not in the equation, bro.
I agree. Um, I think the thing that I hate most about him trying is the people can have their doubts. I understand people have doubts. I think the problem I'm having with people's responses, even NFL vets, is saying that he can't. Well, you can't just say he can't. I don't think that's I don't think that's fair because he's been doing it. So you can't
Right.
just say he can't. I mean, he did it all throughout high school. He did it all throughout. I mean, majority of the time he was in Colorado playing both ends the whole time, unless he just had to come out. But I don't. I mean, it's not like he was bad on either
Yeah.
side. To me, I know people are going to say, well, this day, bro, it's college. Everyone gets cooked in
Mhm.
college.
Yeah.
College is going to happen. It's so fast paced. It's nothing but bombs anyway. Majority of the time, that's why these QBs be averaging 300 yards in in college and then come to the NFL. It's a whole completely different story. That's just what college is. Um,
Yeah.
I know that he went on the pivot, and I mean they had great points, especially with them even playing at the highest level. So of course I'm gonna respect their opinion. I think my thing is just that whole can't. I don't like the word can't. You can't just say he can't do it.
Yeah.
Um, especially if he's not getting cooked. I don't think he got cooked last season. Now that I think about
Nah.
it, on the defense end, he got a couple balls on offense, but I mean that's just gonna happen. He's not gonna get. One thing I will say that people are gonna have to understand the difference between the NFL and college. If if he was having games with Shador when he was having maybe a pick and you know maybe 150 yards and two touchdowns, whatever the case is, that is everyone is a Travis Hunter in the NFL. They're just not gonna like everyone is good
Yeah.
in the NFL. He's not gonna always have games like that. I feel like a decent game is him just getting the pick. Even if he doesn't score, that doesn't mean he didn't have a great game. He's playing both ends of the ball. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a win regardless. I feel like it'll be worse. Me personally, I feel like it'll be worse if he went out crazy on offense, but let a lot of yards and points on defense. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I feel like it's a big win if he gets, you know, a couple deflections, maybe an interception, and only 75 yards receiving, or maybe 15 yards and a tutty. That's a great game to me because you're playing both ends. Um, but yeah, I feel like he has a lot of promise. That one thing that kid, he's not a kid. I mean, but one thing he doesn't do is doubt himself, like you said, especially being around Dion and Shador. You're talking about two guys that are they believe what they say.
Yeah.
Especially Dion. Dion was always a guy. If people look at his past when he was in with the Falcons to the Niners to the Cowboys, he's always been about prime. He's going to talk that
Yeah.
talk and walk behind it too.
Yeah. That's what I said. It's just like coming from up under him, man,
Yeah,
backing down, saying I can't, and letting the media get the best of you and the critics and all the other sportscasters and all that stuff like that, man.
it,
Especially not no other players.
yeah.
Like
And
we
then we're not just talking about no NFL player is regular in the real world, of course, but we're not talking about no average NFL player that he was under. I mean,
right.
he's he was under. For one, people don't realize Dion was also a two-way player, played mainly defense, but he can also catch the ball every now and then. And then he
Mm,
did return. So you're talking about a guy that is up under the guy. Like he was the guy. You're talking about someone who was what? Some people have him as the best defensive player of all time. Some people have him top two under under LT, but half the time it's always them two. So
Yeah.
it's like imagine one of the greatest players ever coaching. Arguably, a lot of people have him number one in his position, and then do you have some people that have him like all time, like top five, top three, combining all the positions. So it's like it's kind of hard when you have someone at that level put even more confidence in you, and then you got guys that aren't at Dion's level telling him, nah.
Yeah.
Like, why would I listen to y'all when I got OG that's telling me that I'm
Yeah.
that? Like, that doesn't make sense.
I got the mentor that people would kill
Yeah,
for. Like,
none of you guys are even close to what this man accomplished. Like, nah.
and then on top of that, he done his thing last season before he got injured at a rookie level, rookie weight,
Mm-hmm.
and now he done put on this weight. Like
Yeah,
he
he
ready to
put
get
on more.
physical.
Yeah, he
Like
put on extra weight for the like you said for the physicality. He can take a little bit more punishment. It's kind of different now. And it'll probably help even more with him playing both sides. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's gonna be a little more his prone to being injured or nicked is a little lower now
yeah,
because like you said he's more physical. He's gonna be more physical. That's gonna happen.
yeah. And then even beyond college, he's in the NFL already,
Hmm.
and to still have Dion as a father figure,
Yep, in
coach,
your ear.
mentor, whatever, even throughout your NFL season, your NFL career,
Yep.
as long as he's alive, bro, it's just like you ain't got no choice but to get better because I mean he
No
already been where
choice.
you was. He already been where you at, so it's just like it's no downside to Travis Hunter in my eyes, unless he just
I agree.
physically plays like just terrible, like we just never seen before. I
Hmm.
don't see a downside in him.
I agree. I agree. 100%. Speaking of the Sanders, Cleveland. Uh, Cleveland Browns has announced that Deshaun Watson is going to be the starting QB for the Cleveland Browns. What is
Um,
your take on that? Now, you can be. I mean, of course, in this podcast, I mean, you were going to be honest anyway, but of course, you can be brutally honest up here. It's no flight over here. You can say whatever.
well, Deshaun has had a extreme decline. Now, if you talking about prime Deshaun, he was pretty smooth. You know what I'm saying? He was a good player. Um, Obviously, in the past 5 years, you know, you haven't played that many games,
Mm-mm.
so it's just like for you to come back. And don't get me wrong, I don't down or frown upon anybody believing in themselves or nothing of that sort, because you're supposed to.
Yep.
But at some point, you just gotta be realistic, bro.
Yep.
Like, and don't get me wrong, like I said before, it's like it's a business move, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like Browns just gave him like 230, 250 million.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like we gotta try to get some labor out of him before we just sit him down. It's like we're gonna attempt to get, our money's worth, but in my eyes, if he don't take them to a Super Bowl, you still missing out on money, bro. You ain't get your money's worth.
With all that
Like,
guaranteed too, that was guaranteed
yeah, so it's
money.
just like,
I think it was 230. I think they signed him like 230 all guaranteed. I was like,
yeah. So it's just like unless he take them to a Super Bowl, he's not worth 230 million.
at least the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. I was thinking the same thing. And I love Deshaun Watson. I love Deshaun
Mhm.
Watson when he was with the Texans. To me, it was like a top five, the top three QB. With him, Mahomes. It wasn't Lamar yet because I think Lamar won an MVP that year, but it was before he won MVP. It was to me it was him, Mahomes, and Lamar Wilson. Like it was a tug for me, but he did a lot with less because it was I think it was just D Hop. I think it was
Yep.
just D Hop. Like,
Yep.
and he did a lot with less. And yeah, man, it's hard to see someone that you had a lot of faith in, that you had that you
Yeah.
loved,
And
just decline like you said. But
and then it's like, another aspect, like the fans booing them and all that stuff like that.
hmm
It's like, bro,
yeah,
what do you expect? Like, you know, like I said, past 5 years you have not played that many games.
Mm-mm.
And the games you played, you didn't play that great of football.
No,
So it's just like, what do you expect? Like, what do you expect from the fans, bro? They pay money to come see these games. Some of them season ticket holders. Some people flying from out of town. All that stuff like that. And this is a team that they grew up watching, or their parents grew up watching, whatever the case may be. And ever since you came to Cleveland, the fans been feeling like, okay, this is our franchise QB, our new franchise
hmm
QB. You're gonna give us an experience, a career that we've been searching for a long time
for
since,
a long time, bro.
back in the day, when all the other QBs had actually taken them somewhere.
hmm
Um, and then for you to fall short in the way that you have, they booing, man. They fed up. And they finally see this little piece of light in Shador. And then, he get benched, which, I get the fans are being fans. They want to see what they want to see.
Yep.
But like I said, business is business, bro. You're just not gonna sit 230 million bench.
Yeah, they got to get something
Not
out
just
of
yet.
it.
I
Unless
would
they
say
trade
not
him
just
off.
yet.
Yep.
They're gonna let him play. He gonna have to play himself out of the starting position.
hmm
They're not just gonna sit him down off the rip like that. He's gonna have to get into the seat, play bad, not really deliver, and then that's when they're gonna sit him down.
Agreed. I agree. I agree 100% to everything you just said. I think the people that need the most blame for that organization is the owner and the GM.
Hmm.
Reason being, I don't think it was fair for any of the quarterbacks there. I don't think it was fair for Dylan, Shador, or Deshaun. Reason why I say that, Deshaun, it is what it is situation. I get that. If they were to just draft Dylan Gabriel, that's a lot better than them drafting Shador. The reason, and I'm not saying Dylan is better than Shador, definitely not. But in terms of the pressure on each of them, Dylan Gabriel obviously has the least amount of pressure because he doesn't have the name that the other two have. But it's like, look at the minds of each QB. You have Deshaun Watson. Okay, I'm coming in after Baker. Baker didn't do too crazy there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cool. All right, I'm finally back. Let's see what I can do. Shador comes. They don't want Deshaun to play. They
Not
don't.
at all.
The team. I think the team probably wanted Shador because look at look at the fame and legacy that comes with that last name. You see what I'm saying? It's like we want to see what Prime Son is going to do. That's what the fans are saying. We want to see what Prime Son is going to do. We want
Yeah.
to see this. We want to see that. We want to see all of that. So if I'm Deshaun, I'm like, well, dag, it's not like I've been playing with that, but at the same time, I can't even really get mad because it ain't the other QB's fault. It's not the team's fault I haven't been playing. You know what I'm saying? It's not Cleveland's fault I haven't been playing. So I can't even get mad at Cleveland for real. So I understand why they drafted another QB. And I think it was the coach that wanted Dylan Gabriel, but the GM chose Shador. I think that's what was going on. But Next, Shador. If I'm Shador, it's like, okay, I was the clear starter last season. I didn't start. Cool. I come in because someone else was done. In the middle of the season, I don't really get to get my feet wet. Everyone is expecting me to take this team that sucked forever to their promised land my first year, and I didn't even get to have the appropriate amount of reps. I think they said that he was like practicing with the fourth string or something like that, or third string, but he's not playing the third or fourth string in the middle field. He's playing 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So they have him doing that. And then it's like, okay, if I'm Shador, if Deshaun sucked season 3, I got to do the same thing I did last year. And that's literally get my reps in the middle of the season. And that's not fair to me. But if Deshaun goes crazy, I'm really not going to touch the field now. So it's like, okay, they want to use a little bit of that $230 million, like you said. Now it's like, okay, I understand that. But if Deshaun goes crazy, they're going to want to keep using that $230. That's going to happen. Then if I'm Dillon Gabriel, bro, I just got drafted. I didn't do anything. I'm playing behind Shador. I'm saying,
might as well grab a coat.
yeah, I'm sitting behind Shador. They want him mainly because, I mean, not that he's bad, but they mainly want to play him because, you know, that's prime son. That's the name. Shador is the name of Cleveland now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that is the guy. He's not bad. He's gonna bring the fans. He's the one that's really gonna be filling in the seats. And then behind him is the guy with 230. So it's like Cleveland literally made it unfair for all 3 QBs.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good camaraderie. It's never gonna be good camaraderie coming out of that. When you have expectations of people that really, it's like an uphill battle. They really can't, you know, other than Deshaun because he's a starter now. He's the one to me that it's like, okay, you got to get it done, gang. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really say anything with Shador. You for dang sure can't say anything for Dillon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's you, bro. You have to do something now. And then they're also playing with. Come on, bro. They suck, bro. They like Jerry Jeudy. Hey, shout outs to you, gang. But I ain't gonna lie. What was my man Steve Smith when he said just another guy? I'm not gonna lie, brother. You know, it's getting weird.
Well, he be sabotaging Shador passes, but I don't care what nobody say, bro. He be dropping
Right here
passes on
too.
purpose.
It be.
Bro, that clip I saw the other day at practice, right in his hand, and it's like he threw it on the ground.
It's like when you throw
He
a
slammed
2-year-old
dunked it
a
to the
kid.
turf, bro.
It's like you throw a 2-year-old like a basketball and they just knock it on the ground. It's like, oh my goodness.
Bro, and I done seen Jerry Jeudy catch some passes, bro.
I was going to say that. Yes, it's like I've seen you hoop out. I've seen you go crazy. So what's going on? Do you want to get out of Cleveland? Jerry Jeudy, we're going to ask you right now. You want to get out of Cleveland game?
He tanking himself.
Jerry Jeudy, brother, it's a safe space. Be honest.
Bro.
You really trying to get out of Cleveland, aren't you? It ain't you. I know you don't drop off like that. You don't want to be in Cleveland. You want to get out of there.
All right. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you place Jerry Jeudy and Shador if they were to leave Cleveland? Like, let's say Deshaun for the Shador.
If I were
Deshaun balls out and they try to keep using him. Okay, Shador is not getting used anymore.
I would have Shador back up Stafford. I would put him in LA because he don't that whole thing. Look, because at first when someone said, you know, I have him over Lamar, I'm gonna be honest, that's really just a black on black thing. But because him and Lamar don't play anything like Shador ain't nearly as mobile as Lamar. He doesn't play like that.
Yeah,
I would have him with Matt Stafford. Have him behind Stafford, and have him build a rapport. Think about it. Stafford probably got 2-3 years left, if that. Depending on what he want to do. I think some people said his last year or something like that.
Yeah, I think this year is like for the Rams as a whole. This year is just like that all-in year. Like,
I would have him build a rapport with Puka. I would have him in LA. He's young. Have him build a rapport with Puka. Then keep Dylan Gabriel where he's at with you know what I'm saying, what's his face with Deshaun. Let them build the rapport, and then he can truly be a backup. I don't want him to just be a backup. You know, we want everyone to win, but it's not possible. It's only 30 teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not everyone can start.
yeah,
So I have him with Deshaun. See if you want to learn a little bit on Deshaun, because you can still learn from a vet now. Even if Deshaun ain't who he used to be, he can still learn something from Deshaun. That's just facts. And then like have him get some of that starting minutes, whatever the case is. You know, when Deshaun, you know, if Cleveland, you know how football is when your record seems like okay, we know we're not making to the playoffs.
yeah,
I put Dylan Gabriel right then and there. Have him get his reps in, or if you want, when it's blowouts, whether Cleveland is going crazy or you know whatever, you know, boom, have him, you know, rock out. With Judy, I'd put Judy. I'd put Judy with the 49ers. Cause like we don't know who the receiving is gonna be. These guys don't have it. No one is ever healthy over there. Everyone, it's like Mike Evans. Love Mike Evans. I love Mike Evans, brother. This is like season 12, bro. Put in Judy over there. Have him work out over there too. Debo, like, cool. But Debo ain't a crazy receiver. Jerry Judy is still a better receiver than Debo. That is facts.
especially like Debo main position was running back.
Yeah, he's a flex guy.
Yeah, he still has that build, that archetype, like that
Yeah.
running back archetype. Like,
I'd put him over there. But yeah, to a point to where okay, everyone can win. Jerry Judy's going to get the ball, especially with the 49ers offense. He's going to get the ball. That's not a question. He's going to get the targets. Shador can actually learn something, and everyone's going to be all arms. Everyone's going to have their hands out, all arms. I think Sean McVay can do something with Shador. And then you have Dylan Gabriel. He's going to do his thing, you know what I'm saying, whenever he gets his chance.
yeah, I mean, I feel like placing somebody like Shador in LA would be a
Oh
crazy
my goodness.
piece.
Think about the
For
marketing.
one, for one, just leaving Cleveland to go live in LA would just amp my energy anyway. You know, it's just the vibes in there. You playing in SoFi Stadium, you know what I'm saying? Fans going crazy. You know, you got good pieces on offense with you. You know, your O line is good. The boys gonna protect you, give you time to get the ball out. Man, that's a good time over there, man, for him.
I feel it. Where would you put them two?
Well, for Shador, I wasn't thinking as great as LA. You know,
Mhm.
I was just like, I don't know, like what teams could use a QB right now or within like the next year or two. Like with the guys that's like vet status, that's on their way out, or you know stuff like that. Like I was thinking personally Pittsburgh, just for
Mm.
you know Aaron Rodgers on this one last year,
Mhm.
and I don't even remember who they back out.
Some grit over there too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was thinking Pittsburgh.
I'm not mad at Pittsburgh. What about Judy?
Um,
That
come on, bro. Uh, I don't know, man.
oh man.
Mm, I would send them over there to the Patriots.
I was thinking them too. I'm not gonna hold you. I was thinking them
Yeah,
too. But I didn't want to be
send them over
biased.
there playing under
I'm glad you
AJ.
said that. Hold on for a second. Cause this is football season. Hold on.
This man might go get something crazy. I knew he was about to pull something like this. I would have had my KC stuff ready.
Oh, man. Gotta get a little snug. What were you saying?
Bro, yeah, I would put him over there, which I
Yeah,
place him on the AJ.
yeah. He'd be on the other side if he over there.
Yep.
I put him on the
But
other
just
side.
playing, just playing alongside AJ, just being in the same, locker room together,
Yeah,
and he could pick up to get himself back sharp. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he just in like a whatever mood over there in Cleveland. Like,
yeah.
we ain't going nowhere for real. We can't even get our QB situation straight.
Nope.
And the QB they choosing, you know. So it's just like I feel like he's in a whatever mood. Like he doing enough just to get by. Like,
That's
you be
sad,
at
bro.
work, you doing enough not to get fired, but you're not really overachieving what you doing either. It's just one of those things for him right now. I feel like.
No, I mean that's a good point though. I think that can be very demoralizing. When you're in a skill position that is dependent on someone giving you the ball. Like it's not like a QB. QB, the ball is literally touching his hand every possession. Now, depending on what he does with that, of course, like a passing is a little different. If it's based off passing yards and stuff like that. But as a receiver, man, you have especially the contracts that's built off of a lot of incentives. Where like, got to get 1,000 yards to get this amount. Got to get this many catches for this amount. Like this is how they eat,
Yeah.
and that's tough when your QB situation, which is the only way I can get the ball, is very questionable on all scale. You got um like we were talking about earlier. We got starting QB that's worth 230. You know, we don't know if how he's gonna perform. We got another one that has a whole lot of pressure for no reason, literally because of his last name. And then we got another guy. They just don't like him. They just don't like Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, bro.
Dylan Gabriel was literally just in a spot to where it's like, man, what can I
Hey,
even do?
he buns, but I feel sorry for him, bro.
Yeah,
Cause it's just like the two
yeah.
guys in front of you, you would never like step over because one, you fighting against money and actual talent. Those two factors is just you not gonna
You're
stomp
never
over,
going
bro.
to. You can't outbeat that.
Yeah,
That's
you're
just.
not stomping. You're not stepping over either one of those things because after the money situation get figured out with Deshaun, whether they release him, pay him out, trade him, whatever, and then Shador next in line, now you're going against talent. You, you know what I'm saying? How do you physically perform versus him? And we all know how that's gonna go. So it's just like I don't know, man. Just get the biggest jacket you got.
it's a
You know what I'm
cold.
saying?
It's gonna be some
Yeah,
cold weekends over there in
yeah, it's
Cleveland,
about to
boy.
get cold in Ohio soon, man. Just go ahead and get the biggest
It's
jacket.
that's tough. Yeah,
Hand warmers just for your safety.
boy, that boy getting called up just for film.
Yeah, bro.
Boy, that's tough.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like you said earlier, I do feel like they should continue to develop him because you know you don't want to waste nobody.
You don't.
Prime years anyway. Whether they the greatest QB or not, or the greatest player in general or not, you still want to develop them. Because you want to keep a good face. I guess. As an organization,
I feel that.
because there's some teams in the NFL that's you know once a player go there, they're getting developed. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They're gonna be better than they were when they first came in.
Mm-hmm.
So, you still want to do the right thing as an organization and develop him, even though he may not get as much playing time. So, I don't know, man. Shout
I
out
agree.
DG.
I agree. In terms of this season coming up, because it is next week. Who do you have going to? Who's your Super Bowl? There's three questions. Who's your Super Bowl matchup? Who do you have winning? And who do you feel like is going to be the regular season MVP?
That's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna start regular season MVP. Um, I think it's gonna be Josh Allen, bro.
Mmm.
If you want to keep it a buck, bro, between him and Joe Burrow, bro, them boys they like fed up. It's like they're at a point where it's just like, bro, we got to do something. And Josh Allen, he been working with nothing since Diggs left for a while.
That is
You
true.
know, we thought had a slight stud, Keon Coleman. Slight stud. I ain't gonna say nothing like he was replacing Diggs, but we thought that was like a little slither of light. When they
Yeah.
drafted, when they picked him up, and bro not coming to meetings, and he's not taking the necessary steps to develop and become, a star, wide out one, and all that stuff like that. So it's just like he's out of here. And I mean, Shakur and all them, they was doing what they was, what I'm saying? They doing what they could. But them boys just like, Josh Allen he needed an X Factor receiver. And
Agreed.
now, DJ Moore,
Ooh, that's a good pickup too. Cause
yeah,
boy, Moore is something to work with. Boy, I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, bro. DJ Moore is that X Factor he was needing. And all them other guys that was trying to step up last season, but, just couldn't, that still needed.
Yep.
Because when stuff get tight for DJ Moore, he fall into a slump or, they start doubling him, you still got other guys that will do their best to step up and keep the train moving.
Hmm.
So, all of them are still needed, appreciated, and stuff like that. So, I feel like with the weapons that Josh Allen has now, it's like a second chance. Like, he
Agreed.
lost Diggs, went through like, a couple drought
A
years.
little, a little,
Yeah, he went through a couple drought years. So,
little
this is
cold.
like the revamp. Like, you
Yep.
getting another chance to actually do something with somebody. And then, James Cook, like, he ran a little bit last year.
Listen, James Cook. I swear to God, look, James Cook just rushing was probably the best rusher last year. That second half of the season, I was like,
Yeah.
yo, what?
And
Him
then
and Bijan.
now,
It was him and Bijan and Henry. Henry came out of nowhere too. But
yes.
yeah.
And then now they got this new offense that they're working on where they're gonna have him more involved in like passes.
Hmm.
So it's just like he's gonna be working out of the backfield with, typical running he was doing. And then now they're trying to incorporate him more in the passing game. So it's just like I'm ready to see how that go. But like I said, I feel like Josh Allen will be regular season MVP just based off the plot and the
I got you.
storyline
Okay.
and possibly Joe Burrow. Like I know you seen press conference where he's like, "This is the year." Like
Yeah,
you
like it's
know,
like you said, they're fed up. They should be.
yeah,
They should be.
yeah. So when it comes to regular season MVP, I go with either those two. Super Bowl matchup. I don't know, man. It's been a lot of chess pieces moves. People dropped, people picked up, people
Hmm.
drafted. I don't know, bro. Um, I mean, I'm gonna have to say KC. Yeah, I
I'm not mad
mean,
at that. I'm not mad at that. I
KC
can't
going back
doubt
to the
him.
bowl, man. Like,
I can't
I don't
doubt
know,
him.
like I hope everybody just had like a good 2 years of the Chiefs not being present in the Super Bowl because this the rematch.
It may be getting bad. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the rematch. Andy Reid said, Andy Reid in the front office is on a, you know, I feel like they on a it's a now or never type. Well, not never, but they have a right now mindset as well.
Hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Andy Reid getting older, bro. Andy Reid getting up there.
And
So
Travis.
yeah. So it's just like they in that now or never mindset too. Like we gotta make something happen again. Like
Yep.
And with that K9 pickup, bro, if he stay
That
healthy,
was a crazy move.
yeah,
I said, how do they even do
yeah.
that? How do
And
they
they
do that?
and they brought in that offensive coordinator that has a little bit more of a run heavy game, offensive scheme. So he gonna be getting a lot of touches, red zone touches, all of that. So
Hmm.
and if Pat can keep this ACL thing under control without messing up anything over again,
Which is gonna be pretty bumpy, but yeah,
yeah. But a good pickup was Justin Fields. I
as a
feel like,
backup, yeah.
yeah, somebody that used to be a starter and had to carry a team of his own as a backup, I hate it for him, but at the same time, it's not as bad of a thing that, most people would think, because you were backup to one of the best QBs right now
Hmm.
and a part of a winning team.
Hmm.
So it's just like, you just got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready, just in case. Pat
Yes,
need a week off, 2 weeks off, or whatever. Even if you don't open up the season, you got to be ready to open up the season week 1 and set the tone right. So when Pat get back, I gotta do is fall in. Um, that KC going back to the Super Bowl, man. On the other side, I don't know, man. That's I don't know, bro. Who you got on the other side?
LA, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I
I forgot
think I
about the
think LA is
whole.
gonna beat the Seahawks this time, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I
lie.
forgot about the whole propaganda with Aaron Donald possibly come back, and even the Miles Garrett trade. Yeah, yeah.
I, it,
Put LA in there.
Miles Garrett being over there, like you said, Aaron Donald possibly coming back. Even if he doesn't, boy, that man Devontae got his prime back.
Yeah, and like
Hey.
it'd be crazy how stuff like that work. It's like just like I was saying with Shador
Hmm.
being in LA is just like the atmosphere, the energy, the people you around. What you wake up and see every day, bro. It channel something in you that just wouldn't come on in the place that you just came from.
That and you about to get the ball.
Yeah,
Everyone on LA gets the ball. Like
yeah,
no, I think that is so crazy. That's what like when people talk about talented QBs or selfless QB, this man Stafford gets everyone the ball. Sean
yeah,
McVay gets everyone the ball, and I don't.
yeah,
I think they like it's with them. It's like, bro, we get stops, cool. You guys are not gonna outscore us, cause like even though the running back what's his name, Kyron Williams,
yeah.
red zone, it's cool. We're gonna give it to him.
Crazy.
We're just gonna give it to him. Cool.
And it's
Get it.
almost guaranteed every
Yeah.
time.
And he it's like it's fine. Like we're going to share the sugar everywhere. Puka can
And
have
then
100. He can have 100. Devontae can get like 75 and 2 tutties. It's like, yo.
yes. And then on top of that, that third string running back, Blake Corum,
Mm-hmm.
he trying to come for Kyron's spot. I mean,
Boy.
not third string, but the second
I'm
string
talking about,
running
yeah.
back. He's trying to come for Kyron's spot. Like I was watching some of his stuff, and it's all season work he putting in. Like he hungry too, so that's gonna make Kyron play even harder because it's just like we boys at the end of the day, but I ain't finna just come in and move me out of the way either.
But I wonder, even with that, if I got someone, because like when I look at that, I look at it almost like the Detroit situation with Jameer and Montgomery. With Jameer has a speed. Montgomery's not slow, but he's not as fast. Not even close as
In
fast
the
as Jameer.
Bills, nah.
I give Jameer can get us down there, and then boom, hand off to
Mm,
Montgomery. Hey, look, you go ahead and put it in. Because
yeah,
as a red zone, I'm taking Montgomery before I take Jameer. Me
yeah,
personally, because I know you're going to. Jameer is not gonna keep running everyone over.
yeah.
Montgomery is gonna run you over, and I feel like
You
it's
you
kind
see
of the same.
Jameer Gibbs line up in the red zone.
I'm
It's
like,
about to be a wheel route.
yeah. We not stacking a
This
box for
is a
that.
pass.
We're not stacking a box for that, and it's the same thing. If I can get the backup, Get us down here. You're still getting your touches. Get us down here. Kyron, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. Just give us 7. You gonna give it 6. You gonna give us a 6. Go ahead, just give us a 6.
And that's what's crazy about Kyron. It's like, bro, it's a hybrid. Like,
Yeah.
he got some speed on him, but he's also like a power ball. Bro.
Yeah, a
Like
bowling ball.
He'll drive them down the field,
Yep.
and then run somebody over for the 7.
Yep. I think so. Yeah, I think it's either KC or in the Rams, or I mean, I'm gonna be biased and pick us in the Rams.
Right.
Now, here's the problem. I think when we get there, we're getting blown out way worse than we got blown out against the Seahawks. We won't be honest. But I just want to say, I just, if something can happen to where y'all know we can get another trade or something, because Rams, that's just a lot. That's a lot to deal with,
bro. And as good as the Patriots is, bro, because y'all got some dogs at both sides of the ball.
It's just Jesus have mercy. We just
an overload in LA, bro.
Oh my goodness, bro. You got a young guy moving like he's been playing for 5 years in Puka. You got an actual vet with Devontae. And it's like, bro, is Devontae who he was in Green Bay? Of course not, because he's gotten older, but it's like you still can't leave him one-on-one. You still can't leave him one-on-one.
Yeah, because it boils down to his technique.
Yeah,
man. He don't have
his routes,
the twitch and all that like he used to have. But man, them hands still work, and his technique is not left.
It's not left at all. It don't matter. He ain't got to get out. He's not going to get away from you, but he can route you up and get a good 20. Now it's 20 already down the line. Like it's he just like that. He got 20 yards.
Yeah.
Same thing with Puka. Puka got all that now. Then you can't worry too much about the pass because you got the running. We were just talking about the running game. You got the running game too. And then on the defense end, if they do get him, you got to get the ball out. You got Miles on one end and Aaron on the other end, and that's just so hard to get the ball. How you get the ball out? How do you get the ball out?
Along with all the other dudes that's playing along there, because you had Jared Verse last season.
Yeah, I forgot.
On the edge, but no, he went to Cleveland.
He got traded for Miles.
Yeah. But like I can't remember their names. But like Jared Verse along with some of the other guys on the D-line, they was making plays.
Yep. That's how they. Because remember, the Rams didn't start out too crazy. They flipped it and went on a crazy streak.
Mm-hmm. So now you got 2 big dogs in Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald. Like, and they keeping this thing in the air like, oh, Aaron Donald made a decision, or we don't quite know yet. He's not doing all this if he's not coming back.
I promise you, he would have already shut it down.
Like,
Aaron Donald would have shut that down immediately if he wasn't highly considering it.
Just like he did all the previous years. They've been asking him to come back.
And he said no. And then he was like, well, there's some promise I may come back. And then he said, I don't know, he saw that. He looked at his phone, he was like, huh?
But that's what he told them, though.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them saying, like, if y'all get somebody crazy on the D-line with me, I'll come back.
And they did. And they didn't just get a guy. They just got the DPO.
Yeah. A guy that's still hungry, chasing a ring.
Cleveland sucked.
Man, that front office is interesting, bro. I don't know, man.
How did someone win?
They all sat around that big table. I was like, yeah, this the move right here.
Hey, look.
The
one person that kept everything together that said, you know what? Nah. So what you won DPOY? So what you broke the sack record? What the guy do with us?
That's not enough.
Be gone. That is crazy. And they sent it to them? They sent it to probably, I think, outside of the Seahawks, or if not, they had more than the Seahawks. No, I think it was between them and the Seahawks, if I'm not mistaken. Had to be. Most high-powered offenses in the league between LA and the Seahawks. And you give it to them? You gave him to them. What?
I don't know, man.
That's
like,
what are you doing?
As scary as LA already was.
Bro, what? Like I said, he flipped it, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Key, I think they averaged like 24 points from week 6 or something like that to the end of the season. They didn't score anything less than 3 tutties.
Yeah, and that was only because Puka was fighting a little bit of an injury
Mm-hmm.
throughout them first handful of weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and Devontae too.
And boom, they just
Once
caught
all them came
stride.
back together,
Oh my God. Cause no one,
so
cause think about it. When they was in that sleeper season, nobody was thinking about the Rams. They was like, they didn't think they were sorry, but it was like, cool. The
yeah,
next thing you know, 35, 42, 42, 35. It's like, whoa. They scoring. They putting their thing in the
I'm
air.
telling you, bro.
Stafford, man, I think, I'm not going to lie, my MVP may be Stafford. I think it's going to be,
That ain't no bad one.
I think it's Stafford, the Rams going to the chip. Who they play is going to determine. Again, if they play New England, cool, I think they're going to win. But if they play KC, I'm not going to lie. I love 99. 99 come back, he's back to being my second favorite player ever. My favorite player is Justin.
Bro.
But
And then
if
the thing
99
is,
man.
it's like he really never stopped working, bro.
Oh, he
That
never
man
stopped
been
working
in the
out.
gym ever since he retired.
He's still doing football workouts. He's still doing
Like,
football, which is crazy.
and that's what lets me know that he been planning to come back the whole time. Like, he didn't do nothing that a retired guy does. Like, you up working every day, pushing real weight.
Real weight.
Like,
Grown
you just
football weight.
like you just sitting on the throne waiting to come back, bro. Like,
Yep. And that's tough for the rest of the league. I hate to be on that line, boy.
man, that's scary, dog.
I hate to be on that line.
I need the lightest cleats ever because I know I got to run.
Telling you.
And there ain't gonna be too much of that either. Cut them boys move, bro.
Hey, LA, y'all need two practice squad members. Hey, we ain't gotta do nothing. We just want to collect that check, man. Hey, look, man.
I'll be a crash dummy.
Hey, look, man. Let me get my reps in. You want me to go at Puka? Chill out. But you know what I'm saying? Just I'm gonna tell you, hey Puka, let's be light. I'm not pressing.
Yeah, a little slant. That's
little
it.
Slant. Just slant up. Yeah,
look, I'm gonna go the other way on purpose. Just
tell
make, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you sell it.
Oh, don't let us get one stop. We get one stop. 100,000.
Let me get no hand on you. Let me get no hand on you.
Let me get 100,000 right now. I'm cool.
Hey man, I'm telling you, bro.
That's looking free. If Aaron goes there, that might be free, bro. I'm not going.
Bro, it's scary, bro. It's on my list to do like an NFL tour, bro. Like, I have to see SoFi Stadium.
SoFi crazy.
You know, I gotta see the Cowboy Stadium. I hate to go sit and watch that,
Facts.
but you know,
but that stadium from the TV, it look crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like certain stuff you gotta go see just to scratch it off the list.
I want to see them too. I also want to see the Atlanta Stadium too. I gotta see that
Ben
Mercedes,
nice.
Boy. Oh my God, I know that's crazy.
Ben Stadium is nice, bro, and 49er Stadium. Yeah, Levi.
Okay,
it's pretty nice too. So
feel that. So you said Josh Allen, then you have LA versus Kansas City, correct? And you, of course, you're gonna go for KC, which isn't a bad pick. Cause I'm not doubting Mahomes. I'm just not gonna lie.
Bro, it's okay. That man is not Brady, bro. But it's just like when he's locked in, bro, going against him, bro, it's just like same thing with Brady, bro. They always said don't ever bet against Brady, bro.
Look, the man, since Patrick Mahomes has started in the NFL, this past season is the first season he wasn't in the AFC Championship. I think people need to understand that.
Like, bro, this is the first season he looked average. Like, looked normal.
The first, since he started, he went to the AFC Championship 7 straight times.
Playing no games.
Won 3 bowls.
Playing no games, man.
Been to the Super Bowl 4 or 5 times? 5 times already. Because he's been to 7 AFC. He's won 3, beat the Eagles, lost to the Eagles, and then he lost to the Bucks.
And then the thing is, bro, what's so crazy about Pat, bro? He really hit the ground running. As soon as Alex Smith left, he came straight in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like, how long did he sit behind Alex Miller? It was
A
like
year.
a
A year and
year
some
or
change, I
two.
think.
Yeah, it was like a year or two.
Because
And
I think he sat out a year, and then when he started, Alex Smith got hurt that year, if I'm not mistaken.
mm,
And he came. It's just like the Brady thing, the Brady and Bledsoe thing. Literally the same exact thing, except hey, say it. Patrick Mahomes has had a way better start. I
yeah,
don't Mahomes.
it really didn't start out too rocky for him, bro.
No, Mahomes isn't even. I don't think Mahomes is even in year 10. That's why when
Nah,
people like, I love Brady. Brady is still my favorite quarterback ever. I mean, of course, but it's like,
he
bro,
coming up on it though. I think
he's
he drafted
literally
2016, 2017. So he
I
coming
think
up on it.
17, 18, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Let's see. I'll say 17 highest. Let's see.
yeah.
Patrick.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm getting to a Super Bowl on 10-year anniversary. I don't know, man.
Yeah, 17. He was in the first round of 2017. So like you said, so coming up next season or yeah, next beginning of next season will be his 10th year. Let's see. Let's say for the sake of the argument, he wins this year. Let's just say that happens. Brother, I have 2 MVPs, I think. I think it's 2 MVPs. I have 2 MVPs. I've now been to the AFC Championship 8 times. I've won 4 Super Bowls. I've been to the Super Bowl 6 times in 10 years. And
Yeah.
I didn't even start my first year. You are not sticking with me. You niggas are not. You can't say anything. Literally, if I'm patching Mahomes, love A-Rod. A-Rod is still, to me, probably the best thrower I've ever seen.
Yes. Yes.
But it's like, unless your name is Tom Brady, you cannot talk to me. You can't. Shout outs
Man,
to
it's
Joe
just
Montana.
like
No.
it's like, man, it's gotten so bad that people is ready for him to lose or play bad, bro.
I hate the Chiefs. I hate the Chiefs. Brother, sister.
Like,
It's okay. I'm doing just enough. People will hate it now. Granted, it was some questionable calls in the beginning of the of last season, but it's like they're only winning by one. Bro, it doesn't matter if they won by half a point. Look at what he's working with right now. My tight
yeah.
end ain't the same tight end.
And your wideout one didn't play over half the season.
So
Man was in legal trouble.
yeah. So it's like, what? Y'all are mad at me for barely winning? You see what I got?
The band was barely together for the season.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not trying to hear that from Patrick Mahomes. Unless your name is Thomas Patrick Edward, whatever his name is, Brady, it's over. You cannot talk to me.
And then Worthy was getting hurt throughout the season.
Yes.
You remember he ran into Travis Kelce.
And one dude, what was dude that ran with his head down? We loved him. He was Pacheco. He wasn't playing like that great
Yeah.
like that last season either.
Nah. That's another thing. They didn't respect our backfield like that.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like,
K9.
you know, man.
And that's another team. You don't want them to end up getting a little pickup at wideout as well to help out Travis, because now it's like, man, that's tough.
Man.
That's tough. But moving forward, basketball. I'm ready for basketball. Basketball season is here, ladies and gentlemen. Preseason, I think, is gonna start next month. And then they kicking it off crazy in October.
Hey, I don't blame Adam Silver.
Oh, he on God, he wildin'.
Hey,
Oh God, he wildin'.
hey, I see why he was rushing Brian. Now, granted, I ain't never seen no
Boy.
commissioner do that. Yeah, he's
Boy.
like, hey, yo, what you gonna do? Like, for one, that aura is crazy for Brian.
Yeah. Shout outs to Brian.
Commissioner of the NBA.
That's a power move. Right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? The commissioner is waiting on you to make your decision so he can make the schedule.
And I'm in year 24.
Like, you know, at this point in a lot of guys' career, well, you know, in the later years of any guy's career, I mean, he get the respect, the vet respect, but like
Yeah.
schedule being on hold respect.
Schedule. Game.
That ain't normal, bro.
Boy, I'm telling you, the Knicks shouldn't have won that chip, boy. People wilding. They
Yeah,
wilding when the Knicks
I ain't gonna
won.
lie. They, hey, they put some stank in the air.
Hey, boy. Thank you, Knicks, and hate you, Knicks, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
East ain't winning nothing for a minute. Cause
but the thing is, the East is getting kind of tough
they
too.
tough, and I'm not an OKC fan. Shout outs to Wimby, but boy, they said we got something for you. They said, look, swear to God, OKC saw Wimby and said,
Bro.
bet, we got somebody for you, gang.
And I ain't no OKC fan either, bro. I'm just a fan, you know what I'm saying? SGA. I like all them boys, and I know that sound contradicting, but everybody that knows me personally know that I'm a KD fan. But just watching OKC play as a team, bro, them boys just be hooping, bro. I'm sorry.
They hoop, and not only do they hoop, but they got some dogs on the defense end too, and they got some rebounders on the end too. It's
Bro,
like, bro, like
and their GM,
best GM ever, best
oh
GM
my
ever. I don't care.
gosh, bro.
Best. He's got the like, bro.
Bro,
For until 2030, I think first rounders,
bro.
bro. You literally, he has so much capital. I was talking to my mom about this last month. I said, do you know what the Clippers did when they traded SGA for Paul? Traded, yeah, the Paul George trade. When they traded for Paul George, do you know what the Clippers did? They gave this man the Infinity Gauntlet. He can literally trade. He can be like, you know what? I want more security. Hey, KD, what you doing? Like he can match with anybody. He can match with
Bro,
anybody. He
it's
can like
nobody in the league that he cannot get, bro.
he can say, hey, Houston, how about Jay Will, couple first rounders? We want KD. Okay. He can do that though.
Bro,
He can literally do that. He don't got to get
bro.
rid of Chet. And if let's
See,
just say he
bro.
want to get rid of Chet.
See, bro. Don't
Okay,
start talking
cool.
like that, bro. Cause that'll make my head start
Cause
itching, bro.
bruh,
Like I know it ain't real, but it's just like just the thought of it, bro. It's just like KD, SGA, bro.
bruh, it's
That's
it's bad.
that's crazy, bro. And they still keep their low end.
It's bad.
If he happened to keep his low end with Chet, Hart,
He can
and
do that.
the guy they just drafted,
I think it's so crazy because he can. It's like he doesn't have to, but he can. He can go. What's another rising star? If he want to go down the
Jared
Western,
McCain.
like
Oh, you talking about that's not on the team?
that's not on the team. He can do
Okay,
anything. He can mix match different flavors and get whatever trade he want, whatever he wants. You want some more
that's
money on
fair.
that too? I mean, cool, whatever. You want a couple million with these two draft picks? Cool, take them.
Hey man, Presty for president.
Yeah, he
Like that man
boy,
is literally years ahead of what's in front of him.
they may get two more before they officially break stuff. But
Like
even and that's the thing because my dad was saying, they gotta break it up. It's okay. They can do that. They can do that and still be. They're gonna do that and still be fine. They get rid of Chet. They're just gonna get somebody else. They already got
bro,
somebody else, which is so crazy. Some 6'7", 6'9" guy. I forgot from what college. I think they got in the first round, the second round,
you
something
talking
like that.
about you talking about Thomas Sorber?
Key, brother. I was
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah. And I don't know what it is with
what?
OKC rookies. Like I don't know if it's a ritual or something. You know what I'm saying? Part of initiation, but like you gotta get drafted and get hurt and be out for your first year.
Yep.
Like it's a
Yeah.
part of
It's
initiation.
a part
Like
of initiation.
you know what I'm saying? You want these rings? You gotta take your ACL when you get here.
Hey, look, they probably looking at
Like
him. Don't worry. You won't get that much burn anyway. But it's okay though, gang. We still got you.
yeah,
They got rid of
yeah,
Dort
man.
and then got another Dort.
Yeah.
A
So
better
it's just
Dort at
like
that.
it's just like, bro, you got Thomas Sober that haven't really even got his feet wet yet. That is actually good. You got that big 7 foot guy that they just drafted.
They got another guy
That's
too. That's same height as Wimby, a little taller.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about that they
Oh
just
yeah.
drafted. And you still got Chet and Hart, man,
Boards cleaned. Not even
man,
gonna hold you. You may not get a rebound. You may get 10.
man. And then they play so fast, bro.
Yes.
Like they push the ball, bro. I think when Halliburton was playing, the Pacers was the most fast paced team in the league. But I feel like OKC is neck and neck, if not right there behind them.
I think they're more fast paced now. I think the opening of them giving Jared McCain the ball more. I think they're going to be the fastest team in the NBA.
And Jared McCain been right up on the
Oh
SGA
my
wing, bro.
god!
They've been working out together all season.
And it's only going to get worse. Imagine if they had just a PG that can distribute better, because Shea, it's not like he can't pass, but that's not his mindset to just keep passing first. That's not his going to be his
Yeah.
game. They can get someone off the bench that can control. That's why I say like NBA vets that are like that can like a Mike Conley, because Mike Conley's in the NBA for a reason. It's because he's not
Mhm.
selfish. That's why, bias, I understand. I really like Chris Paul, but I would have Chris Paul third string because I know they're not going to blow any leads. Same thing with Rondo. They get someone like a Rondo or Rondo type. They're not going to blow any leads.
Mhm.
I think that's what was missing with the Spurs when they played the Knicks. They blew every lead. Like I don't know how you still even do that, but they blew every lead like bad.
Yeah.
10, 15-point swings, then the 30-point swing. No.
Well, they young, bro.
That's why I
So
feel
it's
like they
just
need that
like
vet.
they get a big lead like that, they take their foot off the gas.
My
They either
goodness.
tired. It is just a lot of mental and physical, like just mixing in with each other. They just can't keep everything under control.
That's true.
But they affected through time. Them boys talented over there in San Antonio, bro.
They are. And they hellacious on defense.
Yeah. So they just got to get the mental aspect down to make better decisions in crunch time and in the clutch and stuff like that, and they're gonna be a problem.
Okay. Question. With Philadelphia 76ers acquiring LeBron James, what where do you see Philly this season in seedings 1 through 8?
I would give them no lower than 3, bro. Yeah,
Respect.
no lower than 3.
I'm not gonna lie, respect.
Because you gotta look at all the details going into this season. They got the least back to back.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can't remember the other aspects. I think they got the least road trip. Like I think they have like one of the most home games out of the whole league. All that stuff like that. So that's easy on Brian body. Well, it's easy on the whole team body. But specifically the ones that really need it.
Mm.
Easier on Brian body. Easier on Embiid body. When them boys is close, anywhere close to 85 to 95%, they're a problem. Embiid just came back from a blown out knee, dropping 30. And I know he's not at 100%.
True.
So it's just like the closest he get to 100% and maintaining it is a scary sight, bro.
Yeah. I also think they're gonna be top 5 in the East. Um I I probably have them behind Miami now though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's,
That's why I said no lower than 3.
because I don't know. If Miami gets a point guard, I think that's literally the last thing they need now. I mean, granted, they're not going to be the best shooting team. I understand they just got Clay, but that's literally just it. But boy,
Hey,
that defense
you,
is.
you got, I've been telling people you got to realize Giannis has done more with less.
That is also true. You know what? I can't even argue that.
Giannis
That is
has
true.
done more with less.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Giannis,
and then
Bam.
they got what? They picked up Bradley Bill, right?
Yeah, but Bradley Bill is just. Here's my thing about Bradley Bill. It's almost like how we feel about Deshaun Watson. Now, it's like you are really, really good. But it's like, I don't know if I can count on Bradley Bill to be there.
Man,
Because
what's keeping
one,
him in the league?
you're always hurt. Two, when you do play, I don't know what I'm about to get. I don't know what I'm about to get from you. Because it's like, I don't know if I'm going to get 20 points. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple assists.
Right.
And there's sometimes I'm gonna get 3 points, and you took majority of the shots, and it's like that ain't gonna work if he's thinking it up, and then you already got a team that can't shoot collectively.
Hey, you know Pat Riley ain't playing that.
Now that's true. Now he is with someone
Pat
that don't
Riley
care.
keep them boys in
You know
line
what?
over
That's
there.
also a great point. Pat Riley's gonna be like, "Hey, brother, I'll trade you," and he will.
Pat,
And he will.
after I seen the way he was treating Jimmy, I said, "Oh yeah, hey, he don't play, bro.
He
Pat Riley,
is.
he running Alcatraz over there.
Yeah, it's you better. It's a you better over here.
Yeah,
Which is respect. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money invested in these players. Cleveland, James Harden just signed a 3-year, 97, I think. Do you feel like that was the right move?
I don't know about Harden no more, man. I don't know, bro. It's just like
I'm trying to tell
it's not,
you.
bro. Harden is good, but it's like he not
Swear to God, I don't get it.
because it's like, bro. I seen streaks of him this past season. So, dang, bro, Harden ball
Yep.
35
Remember
points.
he revamped, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's Harden back," and the next thing you know, he
Yeah,
stopped it right there.
30 points, 15 assists. I'm like, oh my god. Then next game, you shooting a tour date.
And more
While you
turnovers,
assisting,
and more turnovers than assists.
yeah, just like, bro, what's up? And then that his stint in the playoff, I'm like, bro, where you at?
We need you.
Like, where you at, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Donovan out there having to take all the shots like you not there.
Mm-hmm. Can't trust him. Then that's the thing. It's just like with James Harden. I've said this on this podcast multiple times. He is that one guy. Regular season, he can be a demon. Gets all the way to the playoffs, and that is not the beard. His name is James.
Yeah, bro. I don't. And then they signed him for 3 years.
Yep.
So it's just like I feel the same. Well, nah, because like I said before, like what's keeping Bradley Beal in the league after all these injuries? I was about to say that for Harden, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do him like
Yeah.
that.
No, Harden's playing better
Harden
than
ain't Bradley
Bill,
Beal. Yeah,
but I don't know, bro. I know I gave Westbrook some flack, but it was only because of his fans.
yeah,
Westbrook is way better than Bradley Beal, bro.
yeah, man.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah,
What are we doing? He's
yeah.
way better than Bradley Bill right now.
So I don't know. As far as Harden, we just got to see. Bro. Hopefully he turn this around, bro.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
he's got to. I mean, he has no other choice, really. Either they win. I don't think they're going to trade him, but if they win or have a more promising path to the playoffs, and I feel so bad for Donovan Mitchell because it doesn't matter where he goes. It's bad news that trail that boy.
Yeah, bro.
Utah was sorry. He get to Cleveland. Everyone except Harden played good because Mobley
Yeah.
was consistent. Allen was kind of consistent. I think he was just in and out because of
Mhm.
injuries, but Allen wasn't bad either. It was literally just him. So it's like, man, I can't get over this hump. I cannot. He can't get over this hump.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I just hope he can turn it around, bro. It ain't even really much to say, bro.
I feel you. What do you feel with Russell Westbrook finally putting it to ends? How do you feel about that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know if it was a thing where like mentally he was down with the league because I know it wasn't physically, bro. Russ still has some guys.
A lot of gas too.
So it's just like I don't know if he was just like, man, you know, it's getting kind of rocky. These teams are not seeing that I still have that gas left for it to
Mm-hmm.
be this late into the postseason and nobody trying to pick me up. Like y'all tripping. So you know what? I done my time here. I'm out.
Agreed.
Y'all acting like y'all don't really need me like that. So let me stamp it.
Agreed. I think it was media driven.
Yeah.
Granted, I understand people had there were some takes that people had that were fair, but then there was some takes that's like, okay, he ain't the worst. we can't we
Yeah.
can't make it seem like this guy just flat out trash. I mean, he's definitely not that. He's definitely still very serviceable. Everyone needs a point guard, at least a backup. I mean, but even not a backup, not everyone needs a start. He can start on the Kings.
Yeah,
Westbrook could have
bro.
started on the Kings.
And then, but I heard that Russ wasn't that great in the locker room, so that might be a reason why the
Mm,
teams wasn't really believing in him. It wasn't his talent, but more so morality.
that's tough. That's surprising. I mean, not saying the report ain't true because the report probably is true, but it's like, dang, like I've never heard anything bad about him until now, until the Kings, really,
Hmm.
because Denver loved him, and I still can't believe Denver got rid of him. I still can't believe that.
Bro, I can't believe they got rid of Malone, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when they
Denver.
fired that coach in the middle of the season like that, I'm like, yo,
That's
what
when
is going
everything
on?
bad started happening because I still believe if they kept Malone, they would have won again. I just
Yes.
think he whatever. I'm trying to figure. I don't know because it wasn't Jokic. They said they were clear it wasn't Jokic. They said a player just didn't like
Bro,
the
I
way he
think it
was.
was him and Westbrook.
Mm,
I'm telling you, bro. I think it was him and Westbrook. That's why Denver parted ways with Westbrook and they parted ways with Malone, bro.
that's tough, man.
You
Cause
know, you know the situation. You got siblings. Y'all both getting in trouble. Y'all not gonna tell on each other. So you know what? Both of y'all getting a spanking.
that's tough though, bro. Cause Malone was the guy. He was the guy,
And he know them boys in and out.
and they had
He
a
know
thing
what's gonna
going.
work, what's not gonna work, who's able to do this, who's not. Like he knew that team in and out, bro.
Speaking of Denver, they just picked up Demar. How you? I'm not saying this game changing, but we
Hey,
saw what they needed, and they literally
he
got just that. It was he's not a crazy name, but that was just enough of what they needed.
like I said about Giannis, Jokic has done more with less, bro.
Whew. You give him someone
So
that can put the ball in the hoop.
yeah, and Demar will have his little stints where he would take over the game too. So it's just like he's a more respectable face than you know the guys they got rid of with
Mm-hmm.
who was it, Dennis Schroeder and Peyton Watson and them boys like that. Like, don't get me wrong, Peyton Watson is great.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of growing potential to be great wherever he end up at. Um, but DeMar DeRozan, he's a vet. He know how to take over the game. He know a lot more do's and don'ts in certain moments of the game. So it's just like you're gonna have a harder time leaving DeMar DeRozan open versus Peyton Watson. As a coach,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. You ain't gonna be able to say, okay, we're gonna die by, we're gonna die by DeMar DeRozan. Like, you just not gonna say that as a coach. It's way more
You're not
respectable. So that leaves more room for Jokic to have his one-on-one down low or whatever he's doing.
agreed. Agreed. I agree 100%.
Yeah, bro. So I'm excited to see how that play out too.
Same. Um, I think this NBA season is going to be very exciting. I think the East has gotten a lot better. A lot more of a threat. Um, way, way better than last season as a whole. A lot of their players are coming back healthy. Now, do I still feel like they're going to beat the West? No, because I still don't see anyone on that side I don't think any one of them can beat this. And I know they just lost, but like I said before, I think the Spurs is probably that Spurs versus Knicks series. To me, it's probably the first time I've seen the worst team win because there's just no way you blow every lead by that margin. And I don't think that's gonna happen again. If they were to
And
meet up, I don't think that will happen again.
of course not. And then you gotta look at this. They done all that with De'Aaron Fox not being De'Aaron Fox.
He was playing horrible all playoffs, and I love
So
De'Aaron
it's
Fox.
just like they had those leads and all that stuff like that with De'Aaron Fox,
Mm-hmm.
like playing like a nobody, almost.
Ain't no, you're right. Oh, yeah,
So it's like if he ramped back up to anything like we know him as,
that's a
that's
problem.
scary.
Same thing with Denver. Speaking of Denver, man, this France and wherever Jokic from, bro, they just played. I think it was over the weekend. This man Jokic gave Wemby 34 points and 15 rebounds.
Oh my goodness. I forgot to keep
It's,
up with FIBA, bro.
I didn't think anything of it. It just popped up out of nowhere, and I'm like, bro. That's why I always am going to pick Denver. It is not because it's like I'm a huge fanatic of Jokic. It's like you can see when someone is better than everyone else. And
Yeah.
his defense is not great at all, but it's like, bro, he's doing this effortlessly. Like, that's why
Yeah.
with him getting DeMar, yes, that is enough for him. Not enough for a lot of others.
hmm
He wouldn't be enough for Wemby. But when you got someone that one game can give you, I think his best game ever was like 56, 14, and 15. Key, that's crazy. And then you got, and then you can have a game where it's like, if Jokic is going to keep forcing it, he's going to be like, okay, cool. He's hot. Jokic can give you a 15-point, 25 assists, and literally can match the assists with rebounds. He's one player we're seeing in real time that can match his rebounds with his assists.
Yeah. And he will get 10 assists before he get 10 points.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, just like when he played Atlanta and Jalen Johnson had a crazy game in the first half. He had like a 15-point triple double by the first half. Jokic was playing garbage. He had like 4, 3, and 3. And then ended with 40-point triple double.
Yes, bro.
When you
He's
have
the
someone
real
that can switch it
definition.
like that,
Yes, bro. He's the real definition of take what the defense get you, bro.
yes. He's not going to force it, bro. He's going to be like, you know what? The 3 not going? Well, this guy obviously has a wide open backdoor cut. So I see AG on the back door. I'm going to say AG. And then when they keep getting tired of that, AG, stay right there. I got you. I'm going to take this one-on-one post. He can't guard me. And then if I miss my ugly tail jumper, guess what? I'm going to get the rebound back and just reset. Like, it's bad.
Yep.
Yeah, but basketball is going to be great. I'm very excited to see that. I can't wait for the first game to tip off because that's gonna be amazing to watch.
Bro, have you seen how skinny Luca got? Bro.
I didn't talk about LA, but LA is.
bro.
I'm not gonna say they're gonna win it, but LA is.
But Luca is like locked in, bro.
I think he's going for MVP too. He's gonna be trying to go for MVP.
Yeah, bro. It's like he's reverting back to his rookie year archetype.
I think he's skinnier than what he. I think he's more defined now than what he was when he was a rookie. Rookie year, he was skinnier, yes, but he wasn't as defined. I think he may be more defined now than where he was his rookie season. Because I think someone had a little side-by-side picture of him in Dallas versus him now, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, bro.
starting to see
Man,
the
I grew his
jawline a
hair
little
out.
bit. Yeah.
Man grew his hair out, got skinny.
Yes, it's getting wicked in the West again.
He averaging 35 this season.
Yeah, I can see that. It was so crazy that I can see that. I think he's going to be the MVP talks. Wemby's going to be in the MVP talks. Jokic is never going to lead the MVP talks. And I think SGA is going to be the MVP talks again.
Yeah, like at some point, everybody just got to put some respect on his name. It's just like averaging 30, shooting over 70% from the field, bro. Like, come on, bro. This is like about to be fourth or fifth season in a row. Like, how much more do y'all want? And in the span of these 4 or 5 seasons, see them won a ring, MVP. Like, bro, come on, man.
This is getting it's getting to the point to where it's like, man, we are now in the era where no one is guardable. 30
Yeah,
points does not get you MVP.
bro.
um, but yeah, we're gonna wrap up the basketball session. We're gonna move forward to you. So, you are a photographer. Are you? Do you? Will you consider yourself also a photographer slash videographer?
Yeah,
Okay.
I deal with dabble in both. You know what I mean? Whatever is needed.
What was what was the kickstart in that? What got you into photography?
Bro, it started as a hobby. You know what I mean? Um, I've always liked the look of professional pictures with like blurred out background, nice colors, and just how clear it was. Um, and then I ended up buying my first camera. Um, it was a Canon M50. I think it was like $700, something around that range. Um, and that's what started it. Um, After I started doing a couple shoots, people started asking me to do birthday parties and birthday shoots and all the other stuff. And then it kind of like clicked in my head, like, all right, maybe I need to take this a little bit more serious. So that's when I started doing more research on like what cameras are like, top of the line cameras and what brand and stuff like that. And that's when I went and got my real first camera, which was a Sony A7 III, and that's what started it all, bro. And then as far as like how I progressed with like business and stuff like that, I got a lot of my reps in and my practice in with my boys Tyler and Tim. Um, a lot of people may know them as No Ratchets and Tyler Williams photography. My fault, photography.
Okay.
And
Shout outs to
bro,
Ratchets.
yeah, shout out to them. And when I started going to dead shoots with them and just kind of working behind the scenes and getting stuff done with that, that's what really helped me get better. Because I said, I had little clients here and there, but it wasn't super consistent. So I got a lot of my practice in, being with them all the time. So that's what really like gave me that real good push. And then, them still my boys to this day. We don't hang out as much as we used to, but yeah, man, shout out to them boys, man.
Yeah, definitely. I know with being under you that it's not always peaches and cream when it comes to, that type of profession.
Mm-mm.
What are some of the biggest battles when it comes to this the camera business?
Um, Depending on what field slash category that you in within photography, videography,
Hmm.
you have those slow seasons where you're not getting as much business, and I mean, I feel like that's almost any business. Depending on what you do, you're gonna have a season where things are just not as fast as any other season. So that would be like a downside. And then if you want to get super technical, it's just like learning how to market yourself
Hmm.
and pitch yourself to other people and show them why they need your services. Because a lot of people want to start a business and be an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, which is great. You know, you want to always give yourself a chance to do what you want to do on a day to day basis. You know, I feel like everybody should at least give themselves a chance and try it. You know,
Hmm.
granted, everybody can't be entrepreneur. We need doctors, we need lawyers. You know what I'm saying? We need all them like that. So everybody just can't be an entrepreneur. But I advise everybody to give themselves a chance in some way, shape, or form. Like even if it's a side thing, you know, you still a doctor, you still a lawyer, whatever the case may be. But on the side with your free time,
Hmm.
you do have your own business on, you know, because sometimes your plan B can turn into your plan A.
That is true.
So, you know, learning how to market yourself and pitch yourself and tell people why they need your services. Why should they choose you over all the other 1 million photographers and videographers to do this piece of work for them? And what separates your quality, your work from anybody else? So that be a lot of, I see it in real time. It'd be a lot of people downfall. Like they have really good, consistent work and the quality of it is real good. And I had a time with it myself, learning how to market myself, you know, being from, you know, a small photographer to getting up there to getting your name known is not easy, bro. Especially to a point of getting a super consistent clientele. So that would be like the downsides to it, bro.
When did you feel it taking off to where it was like, okay, I can really work with this? Was there a specific shoot? Was it just like a time? Was it the pay? Like, what was something where it was just like, you know what?
And
I
it was definitely the pay. You know what I'm
got you.
saying? It was the consistency of people booking me and stuff like that that really made it click in my head. Like, all right, bro. Like I already decided to take it serious, but I still was working a job and all that stuff like that. But when people consistently booking me, then I'm having to start going out of town and all that stuff, and like you know the hassle with trying to call out of work or request time off and all that. It's just like it's just too much in between. So I'm like, you know what? I quit everything. You know what I mean? I'm done with school. I'm done with work. Everything. It's me and this camera. It gotta work. So, and I mean, that's that's what really put the fire under my feet, bro. It's just like I done left school. I done left this job. Like it's me and this camera versus the world right now, bro. So it gotta work. And you know, at first, my parents, family, why you quit school? Why you quit that job? Good paying job, da da da. And it's typical parent talk, bro.
Of
Typical
course,
family
yeah.
talk. Because
It's fear.
yeah, bro, that's one thing about like the older generation, bro. Like a majority of them, I wouldn't say all, but man, they be scared to take risks, bro.
Hmm.
You know, they like the sense of security in that job, in school, because everybody grow up learning.
Hmm.
You go to school, get a good paying job, get a house, or whatever the case may be, and which is nothing wrong with that. But it's just like I could do that and more without, you know, a couple of those steps.
Yeah.
You just gotta take that chance yourself,
Yeah.
have faith in yourself, you know what I'm saying, and put the work behind it. So that's that's the main thing when it comes to this, bro. You gotta always have that mindset and always try to evolve, bro. Stuff changing every day. You know, the way you used to do things, the way you used to deliver your content, the way, you know, you used to shoot, it has to change, bro. It has to change with the times, bro. New trends are coming up every day. New styles of shooting, new styles of art is coming out every day. So it's just like you have to be, you know, a person that's active on social media, paying attention, monitoring, you know, the trends, and you know, so you can stay on top of things. and evolve with everything that's going on around you. You do not want to get left behind, being stuck in your ways, or feeling like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hmm.
You can't do that, because when certain clients start coming to you and they want to do something of this new trend or of this new style of shooting or whatever the case may be, and you're not capable of it, now you're missing out on money, you're missing out on business. That's why you always have to constantly develop, evolve, and pay attention to things going on around you, so you can ride the wave, on with it.
That's a great answer, actually. Um, that's what would you tell the next upcoming photographer slash videographer? What would you tell them?
And go shoot, bro. If you really want to be honest, bro, just go shoot. It's gonna be times where the pay is not gonna be there as far as what you shooting, and I'm not saying accept free shoot. Somebody come to you like, yeah, I want you to shoot this. Um, it's for exposure. Man, that's their favorite line, bro. Do not
I
buy
can
it,
I can
bro.
put you on, big bro.
Bro, do not buy it.
Tell you.
Like, don't get me wrong, bro. I fell a victim to it in my early stage.
Mm.
But bro, do not buy it, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Those moments did still help me get better. But because practice is practice. But the whole exposure, like, man, come on, bro. Exposure don't pay the bills, bro. It's 2026, bro.
It's not
Like, folks got real deal life going
real
on.
problems.
Yeah, real deal problems. Like, bro, and for the people that does this, people that do this, bro, do not go waste no photographer's time, bro. Talking about some exposure, like, man, just go get a camera and set it up on the tripod and record it yourself, bro. Take
Agreed.
the pictures yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want nobody wasting your time with whatever business you doing. So don't go to nobody else. They don't put thousands of dollars, thousands of
Thousands.
hours of time into watching YouTube, going out getting practice, and trying to learn all the ins and outs of this craft,
Yep.
and then coming to talk about exposure. Before they even learn how to work the camera, they already invested in themselves.
Hmm.
They already done spent at least $1,500 to $2,500 just on the startup
The
before even
start. They don't.
learning how to be,
Mm-mm.
you know, whatever photographer or videographer they are. And it's a lot of money that goes into hopping into this lane. So you coming to somebody talking about exposure, and I repost it on Instagram and I
Ooh,
tag you, like,
that isn't guaranteed bookings either.
not at all. Don't get me wrong, it may bring you a little bit of traction, but that's iffy. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
iffy.
Because the people that's following you may be people just like you who want to book me for exposure. So the traction and the attention that I got is not from people of value. So all in all, photographers, videographers, if you just starting or if you got some skin in the game and just ain't really figured everything out, one thing you do not need to do is shoot for exposure. Bro. Even if you don't charge nothing too crazy, you need to go home with something more than what you came with.
I think one thing people don't understand as well in terms of prices is pretty much like a. I think a lot of people when they think of when they're booking people is that with the pricing is that the pictures we take right then and there, like that's all they're paying for. I think that's
Hmm.
just like one of the biggest misconceptions. Like, no, your job is done. My job still isn't done. I gotta come back and literally put this piece together. So
Yep.
a lot of people will like the lowball, like, and this is just me personally. If I'm shooting and or we're discussing pricing and you're like, hey, I'll get you for like 150. Okay, cool. You're gonna get $150 worth of work. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna show
Hey,
you 150. You gonna pay me 150. I'm gonna show you
telling you,
150.
bro.
Because at the end of the day, this can take me, like, let's say for the sake of the argument, it's like a big video project, and you're trying to only pay me one, which is really low, by the way. But let's just say we're there for 2 hours. We're there for 2 hours, and you only want to pay 300. And I get back to the crib. Yes, three. If you really want to break it down hourly, that 3 hours for 300, 100 an hour. Cool. That's
Mm.
cool right there. But when I take it back to the crib, it's not. It's not gonna take no just 2.5 hours for me to build you what I want to build you, bro. It takes way
Mm.
longer than that, and they don't understand that.
What a lot of consumers don't understand, bro, is you are not paying for what you see.
Hmm.
I mean, you are, but
I know
that's
what you
not
mean.
even a
I know
half
what you
of it.
mean. It's not even scratching the surface, bro.
You are paying for those late nights, staying up, watching all those YouTube videos, all the schooling, if that photographer went through school to learn what they know.
Hmm.
You paying for all the practice and all that stuff that that photographer or videographer went through to learn what they know, which is what made them come to you. You like that scope of work, so you can't try to frown upon it or downplay it once they tell you their pricing point. Because for one, you came to them because you obviously like what you see.
Hmm. Agreed.
So if they tell you the price and you don't like it, it's fine. It ain't nothing hostile about it. Just go on to the next person, bro. You know, because me personally, I offer retouching. You know what I'm saying? You go to somebody else and they ain't do what they supposed to. Look, I'm the doctor. I can fix. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
If that's the route you want to take, if you want to jump through those extra hoops, I do offer those services. I done it before and everything turned out great. You know what I'm saying? Somebody went to a different photographer. Shoot ain't kind of turned out how they wanted to. Came to the doctor. You know what I mean? Came to the doctor for a little bit. So yeah, if that's the route you want to take, then do it. You know what I'm saying? But you pay for what you don't see, you know. So you may get to the shoot and it only take 30 minutes to get your shoot done. That doesn't mean they turned out bad or the photographer is not doing his job well enough because he put in those long hours to be quick, swift, and efficient to get the shoot done in 30 minutes. A lot of people try to equate time to quality, and that's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it like this. People go to therapy and stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
Those sessions may be 30 to an hour. And whatever that therapist price is, you pay it, no doubt. No negotiations, no nothing, right? But you only get 30 to an hour of their time. Yes, you're paying for that time that you're there, but you're also paying for all the schooling that they went through, psychology and all that stuff like that. All the money and time that they invest in themselves to be as great as they are. That's what you're also paying for. So it's just like, I don't know. You can't do that to people that's, doing something for a living.
Agreed. I agree with that. I'm gonna ask you probably two more things. We're gonna wrap it up. Get out your hair. We're pushing about 10, 15 now. Um, in terms of types of shoots, what are your favorite types of spots to shoot at, or maybe events, whether it be in concerts, weddings? What is your favorite type of shoot?
Man, it has changed so much since starting. When I first started, I just wanted to shoot people. You know what I'm saying? That sounded crazy. look,
I just let it rock.
I
I'm not
want to
gonna
take
lie.
pictures of people, right? It's just photography slang, bro. Other photographers know what I mean. But chill out, man. Look, I just wanted to get in the field, man. I just wanted to get that practice in. It
Hmm.
didn't matter what it was and all that stuff like that. So leading up to now, my favorite type of things to take pictures at or do video is creative, but also something with a lot of energy. So creative would be, a great concept, a great location, you know, with good props, accessories, whatever the case may be. Something that's just not so regular or, seen very often. And as far as the energy, like festivals, concerts, like shout out to my boys Vine and Low, whole Six Stars Entertainment, because them concerts and festivals we was putting on a couple years ago, man, like out of this world, you know. Now my boys, they bring celebrities from all over,
Yeah.
bringing them to little old North Carolina, you know what I'm saying, and packing out coliseums, venue, like big venues. So it's just like stuff like that, concerts, festivals, sports games, like stuff that require energy that will just make my job very much easier. Because sometimes you may be taking pictures or something or doing video for something that may not have that much energy, and but you have to edit it in that way to give that feeling off. But when you're a part of something that's already bringing the energy, anything you do is just a plus, you know. And so stuff like that right now is like kind of where I'm at, and also like filming more of like myself and what I do, and not necessarily like photography, but more so like vlogging
Yeah,
and
vlogging's pretty fun.
yeah, recording myself doing like my hobbies and stuff like that. Like I done a reel of me fishing and
I
stuff
saw
like
that.
that, hiking and all that. So it's just like documenting myself more. I be so focused on making other people look good and all that stuff like that that I ain't really took the time to do stuff for myself. So that's what I'm kind of leaning towards now, like solo content, just documenting my life and my do.
Okay. Um, you used to, or you may still double and dabble, but no, you've recorded them recently. Tusi, do you feel like with you recording Tusi, taking pictures, whatever you were doing, had a big elevation to your photography career?
Yeah, it did, and that stemmed right back from my boy No Ratchets. The first time that I met all of them was a shoot tagging along with No Ratchets. So and that was like in my early stages. So it was a big moment, but I would say I'm just hard on myself, but it was a big moment in real life. But I don't know. I just feel like at the stage I was in learning the camera and photography and all that stuff, I didn't execute it right, in my opinion. Other people loved it. What I took pictures of and all that stuff like that. But like I said, I'm just a little bit hard on myself. So I feel like I didn't execute it correctly. But I mean, you know how people are, bro. They see you around anybody of status, bro, and they want to be a part of whatever you got going
Mm-hmm.
on, or they want to act like they cool with you,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and I mean, yeah, it raised up the looks and the bookings for sure, bro. and it'll be a lot of people that that will see me or tag me on Instagram. Like I know them, and I'm just like, bro, I don't think I've ever seen you, bro.
Because you have it.
But you cool. But you cool though. Like I look on your page and I like your content. I'm like, oh yeah, bro. Like yeah, I'll follow you back. But like they tagging me like, yeah, that boy Key. Da, da, da. I'm like, who is this? I'm like, let me click on their page. I'm like, okay, they smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I let it slide. But yeah, I mean, people being people gonna ride whatever wave and
Yeah.
try to be a part of whatever is looking good and sounding good, bro. So yeah, that's that.
Well, cool. Well, that's gonna wrap up today. Um, I appreciate you stopping by, bro. This was a great
Seriously.
interview. This is actually my longest interview. I think past some BNs. But it was
Mm,
nothing was wasted. Everything, every time, every minute mattered, every second mattered. I appreciate you stepping up. This is gonna be an exciting season 2.
hmm
If it comes back to where I gotta get you back up here, you know what I'm saying? We can work something out, get you back up here for maybe a part 2. This is a
Yeah.
very, very great experience. Is there anything that you have for me?
Nah, bro, that's it, bro. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Not you.
Coming on the pod, opening up the season opener, bro.
This is season
All right,
opener,
come on,
gang.
bro.
This is season 2 season opener.
Come on, bro.
This is gonna be
I need to be here for the finale. Then last
that's a
episode, I'm
bet.
coming back.
Last episode, so that'll be the last. So that'll be the last day of basketball season, or the day after. So if there's a game 6, game 7, whatever the case is, the day after that, I got you up here.
All right, then, bro.
All right. Well, you be easy. I'll hit you later, man.
All right, man.
Let's see. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves. Um, very, very, very important you guys like and subscribe, especially after that masterpiece right there. I feel like he gave us a lot of intel um, with being an entrepreneur. It's not an easy process, as you can see, and he's the only person I know personally that bet everything on himself. You heard him. He said he left school and he left his job full time for photography. One of the best photographers, videographers I know. Not being biased, that's just me being honest. I go to him for everything, and he answers everything back to me honestly. And you can't short with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that for granted. So proud of him, proud of everything that he's done. Um, but we're gonna wrap it up today. This is your host Xavier Mitchell here at Talk with X Podcast. Instagram is X__Uchia. Again at X__UCHIHA. And my other Instagram for the podcast is at Talk with X. Again, it's your host Xavier Mitchell. Season 2, episode 1 of At Talk with X. And we're out here.